When watching, I'm going to be going over price action on Tuesday the 22nd for October 2024. We're going to be going over what was available and what was not, certain trades that were taken and from our community as well. So let's start off with GU. So daily swing is bullish, daily internal leg is bearish, 4-hour swing is also bearish. Let's head down on the 4-hour real quick. So 4-hour is bearish. We reacted to the 4-hour supply. Truth be told, I thought we were going to be coming up higher up into here, but I guess not. So by the time our session starts, 4 a.m. Eastern time, which is roughly right around here. So from this point forward, let me change the color real quick. So from this point forward, what POIs could you have traded from? Well, the reality is none. There was no POI. The only option feasible would have been here, but by this point that was outside of our session, so we wouldn't have looked for trades there. No flip, no entry, no POI, no trades. Next. Daily swing is bullish on UCAD. Daily internal leg is also bullish. We're coming up close to the high over here. It'll be interesting to see how price reacts once we get over here. Daily internal is bullish. Price is still going relatively strong. And our session started right around here. So we had an order flow shift to the downside, which means we're looking for sells. I do know of people that took this sell right here, and we can go over it. I would not have looked at this POI because it's not the extreme, right? It's not the extreme of the flip, but this is the flip that broke. So you could have looked for sells here. I didn't though. Other than that, there's no other POI to trade from. One member in our community did enter along here. I wouldn't have entered there because of the time difference. You're looking at a POI that was created on 9:30 a.m. on Monday 21st to 12:18-ish hours later. Not really interested in that POI, but we'll take a look at both just to see what they saw. So last point of inducement for this long M15 long was taken right here. So where would you have entered? This does not constitute momentum. That does. So you cover the last point of inducement, 3 pip bar rule, and you would normally be targeting the high. Now price didn't come up to the high, but you did get up to 5R, 4.8 R. You could have gone out for break even, or by going with our stats, with our plan, you would have gone out for break even because you would have had to target this high. I wouldn't have entered it though. It ticks the boxes. POI is too old for me. It's not relevant anymore. This is the flip that broke the low. So you're looking at the last point of inducement here. Right in there. Personally, that's where I would have been refining from. I believe our head coach entered right here, got a break even. I would not have entered because I would have refined that POI all the way to the last point of inducement. So no trade for me, break even for him. That is what it is. And then lastly, price did come up into our 15-minute POI. All of this just looks like liquidity that's going to be ran, which it sure was. So there was no POI here or anything that was worth looking at. Everything was already mitigated. Yep, and that's mitigated. So nothing for me there. Even if you count this as, potentially you could count this as not a 3C, but maybe a 2A because or 1A, because we did come out, take liquidity. This would be our MID entry. Took liquidity, MID, had an order flow shift here, and then we would have entered at the extreme right around here. cover the low. Where is your entry candle? You could argue and say that it's here. 1, 2, 3. And entered there, but that's outside of your trading session, so no trade. I was wondering why we didn't cover that. So next one. For EU, prices daily swing is bearish. Daily internal is also bearish. 4-hour swing, I'm sure you can guess, bearish. We are coming into this 4-hour low over here. How significant is it? We'll wait and see. But for now, I'm not really looking at I'm not crazy for sells until we get down on the lower time frame. So could have easily have targeted for this 50-minute. This is a trade that I took. This is the short. So our session started right around here. So I opened up my laptop, broke down here, retraced back up. The other places you could have looked at for sales was this flip, and that's outside our trading session. So let's go down to 1 minute. So price came in, last point of inducement. We had one of our members in the community get a better return because he entered right here. And I believe he only used like a 2-pip stop. So he managed to get 4R. I ended up going the conservative route and entered on a Model 3C entry. So last point of inducement swept, order flow shift, entry. So I ended up getting, realistically, I actually covered even less than that. So I got about 3.4, 3.5 R. After comms, it was closer to 3.2 R. Nonetheless, entered there, took that win. Price created a M15 flip that broke this sub that had substructure break. Price retraced back up, not to any refinement, no EID, no MID, no trade. So moving on to AU. AU was a mess. So starting off on the daily swing is bullish, daily internal is bullish. We're coming back reacting to the daily demand, and price is bearish for at least on the 4-hour leg. We came up, tapped into the mitigated the 4-hour leg. Now we're ready to push down. By the time our session started, it was right around here. So price is making lower lows, right? Broke the low. So let's take a look at these POIs, see if anything would have given itself. So last point of inducement could have been, oh man, this is just a mess. Because is it here? Is it here? Regardless, entry I don't believe would have given itself. We only take trades that are longer than 3R. 1.77 is not going to cut it. So no trade there. Oops. So moving on, price broke the high, came in, swept this EID, MID type of situation here. Where's our EID, MID? So didn't sweep into anything. Could you have looked at this? I'm sure you could have. The RR, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the R is not there. And then it's like, where are you entering? Like, I know this is engulfing, but still, like, where it doesn't show any momentum that I would like because it's not closing above. And it's not that it has to, but at this situation, EID, that's a 1A, 2A entry, not interested. So no trade. So we had another sub break to the high. Another sub break to the low. No entry here. As you can see, price just blew through it. So order flow shift, and an order flow shift there. So because of our 3-strike rule for our order flow shifts, because price is not really respecting anything, we are not going to be trading it from 10 a.m. forward. So that being said, that's it. So one valid clear win, which was the sell on EU that I, as well as a couple of other members, took. So with that being said, peace.